Please tell me that y'all did not just see me sitting here for the last, I don't know, couple minutes, blah, blah, blah. Or did you at least hear me? Did you hear me? Did you see me? Anything? Oh my God. It was one of my better spiels too. Damn it. So Emmy, crazy nurse, somebody, did y'all hear or see anything I just said? Not from when I actually pushed the button that says go live. Crazy nurse is giving me the thumbs up. You did. You heard it? You heard me talking about Paul? Okay, Emmy says no. Okay. Well, the music ended. And did y'all didn't even hear the intro, did you? What the hell did I do? God, I screwed this up. Okay, so I played the intro twice. It was on loop. I don't know. How did I do this? Oh, I know what I did. Okay, now I know what I did. Okay, so I was sitting here talking to myself, and actually, what I was saying was quite funny, if I do say so myself. But don't worry, I'll repeat it for you. So this is what happened. I came into my office. I did the intro. I put it on loop. I let it run 2 times, during which I was out in my kitchen getting a refill for the coffee I already had. I came back in here. I took it off loop. And when it stopped and I saw myself on the screen, I just assumed it's like, usually what I do is I play the intro and put it on loop. And then you have to hit go live before the first run of the loop ends. Which that's the part I neglected to do. So I'm sitting here. Everything looks the same as it always does once I take it off loop and the intro ends. And I'm just sitting here, having a conversation, and I look and I'm like, now why does that say scheduled instead of live? Okay, well wait, hold on. That's just another in the F-ups to remember when playing on YouTube. Okay. All right, so do y'all want to know what I was saying and what I was... I'll let the kids file into class for a minute, and then I'll say hello. Well, hey, Tiger Talks, how are you? Are you out of the bushes, girl? So what I was saying to myself, and only to myself, I think my husband was still out in the kitchen. I sent Diamond Cutter a text this morning. Just say hi, how are you? Happy Labor Day. And I said, by the way, I've had one of my brilliant ideas. That being on Wednesday, I'm going to do the 90-day situation, the watch and react minus the watch. Well, we're going to watch. We just can't watch together, which sucks, but TLC, they'll strike a bitch and quick. So here's what this, honest to God, Diamond Cutter, and hey girl, I know you're listening. I sent her the text a little while ago. The minute, I'm telling you, it was seconds before I sat in this seat and thought I was live. And I read a text, and this is what it says. After the pleasantries, she says, what do you think about Paul? Missing, possibly dead. Holy shit. Please forgive me. Here's what I think. I think that I wanted to smack his ass when he was on his seasons. Yes, Paul and Carini. My God, he was one of the weirdest freaks who's ever appeared on that show. Paul, I hope you're okay, truly. Yes, Paul was the one who traveled to, was it the Philippines? I think he went to the Philippines. Not Manila though. He didn't go to one of the big cities where the 90 Day Fiance freaks usually go. Have y'all ever noticed there are certain countries, let's just say that, much like the United Nations diplomacy program, I think we must have some kind of reciprocal 90 Day Fiance goodwill arrangement. Like, hey, we got a bunch of like desperate loser men in our country who can't find women who are not subjugated to the kitchen and, all that kind of, all that stuff. And your country seems to have a very large demographic of usually women who are, these men are playing so far out of their league, but the fact that they don't speak English, that helps. I mean, that helps roll the relationship along. Oh, this helps too. And even one like Paul, my prayers are with you. I hope you're not dead. But yes, so these reciprocal goodwill arrangements between countries allow people like Paul to find a wife who I'm sure then, becomes Americanized, beats the shit out of him, and divorces him. Oh, and takes all his money. Yes, that's how we do it here in this country. And two of those countries that you will see over and over and over on these franchises are Colombia and the Philippines. Oh God, was Paul on the season with, oh God, this guy? Paul, I'm sorry. I apologize for everything I just said about you because I forgot. There's Jasmine, the whorebag skank. Oh God, did I say that? Sorry. Jasmine, whose dream is probably to come to the United States and become a stripper at, Solid Gold or Scores or one of those places. Yeah, Jasmine, trust me. Somebody throw out the name of Jasmine's her beloved. Of course, they're very much in love. This has nothing to do with a green card or money or anything like that. I mean, Jasmine, everywhere she went, she looked like Paul, not Paul. God, what's her dude's name? You want to talk about the creepiest bastard on earth who, I'm sorry, dude, there's not enough money. There ain't enough money in the world. I don't want a green card that bad. No, I'll learn to. What the hell was that guy's name? Gino! Yes, Gino! Oh, God, Gino! Oh, I hated his ass. Oh, my God. Can you imagine how desperate you must be for democracy to bang Gino? Oh, God, hell no! Ugh. It was love, though. She really loved him. She thought he was really sexy and hot. Gino looks like the kind of guy that's got a woman like in his basement, chained up to some kind of plumbing apparatus. I don't have a basement in Florida, but I've seen basements. I don't know what you call that thing. Like plumbing, a pipe. Oh, yeah. And speaking of pipes, Jasmine, oh boy, Jasmine, woo! To hear Jasmine tell it, she loves the pipe. Probably not the kind you're thinking. Well, maybe that one too. I don't know. She's a big fan of at least one pipe. Yeah. Paul and Carini, now Paul and Carini make a really good case for, well, let's just say that Carini was quite pretty. Paul, I think if Paul's mouth could have been surgically sewn shut, I might have thought he was more attractive than I did. Like his mosquito suit, his his stem to stern mosquito like tent that he bought because he was Paul's so issue riddled, he's scared to death of everything. Probably except the thing he really should be scared of. But those two made the most beautiful child. So, Paul, my thoughts are with you. At least for the next 12 seconds until I stop talking about this. Goodness, does anybody in the chat know? Oh, Kit wants to know who's Gino. Well, Kit, just go Google Jasmine and Gino. They're from 90 Day Fiance, and she's like super slut, and he's like super disgusting, weird, creepy, freaky. Please don't sue me, either one of you. These are all just my opinions. And Jasmine, you know I'm right. You do look like a slut. Always. You're a tramp. But that's okay. That's a common theme. These men, they like women who can't speak English and who are very desperate for a green card. It's how they get dates. So, it's a give take. It's a reciprocity situation. Oh, Tiger Talks, thank you very much. Tiger Talks is reminding you to click on live chat, not talk chat. That's something I rarely even think about doing. YouTube, can you get your shit together, please? Y'all have got some bugs that need to be worked out. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to say hi. I hope everybody gets to do something fun this holiday, whether you've already done it, or you're going to do it today, whatever the case may be. And as soon as I've said hello, then we're going to chit chat about my title. And this darling top, this is the first time I've ever worn this because I can't. You know why? Two reasons. Number one, I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep it. And number two, I need help to get in it. I'll be able to get out of it on my own, but getting into it, that's no, can't do it. There are, this top is by Love Shack Fancy, who I love. All the way down the back. Picture the size of, I don't have a pencil. The red, like a yellow pencil and the little red eraser on the bottom. That diameter. There are buttons from the top of this all the way down the bottom, that size. Now, they're actually, the way they did it was rather clever. Underneath those buttons are a third of the size of the button is this little microscopic snap. So it looks like it's buttoned all the way down, but what it actually is it snaps all the way down, that the button is covering the snap. But you still can't do it on your own. They go all the way up to the collar. So the first time I was going to wear this, I got the bright idea. I thought, okay, well, I'll put it on backwards. I thought, well, can I just wear it backwards? But you can't because the tag, the brand tag is like right here, which is stupid. And this brand, like most of their clothing, it's very girly, very feminine, very Victorian inspired. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just put it on backwards. I'll do all except the top couple. And then I'll take my arm out and I'll turn it around the way it's supposed to be and then just do that. No, this thing's like a friggin' straitjacket. No, that wasn't happening. So I had to wait until my husband was home. And I thought, doesn't everybody wear a silk and lace blouse to a barbecue on Labor Day? No, exactly nobody. And I'm not going to a barbecue, so it's perfect. And It's also not blisteringly hot in my office today. I'm not sure what that's about, but thank you so much for it, whoever's responsible for that. It is hot as hell outside. You know what? I take that back. It is hot, but when I went out the door this morning to walk the dog, it was like almost 9. It actually, I felt the air was a little drier than it has been here in Florida. So, wine, crime, and mayhem. Happy Labor Day. First in the door. Emmy, how are you, girl? Are you doing anything fun today? You're going back to school tomorrow, aren't you? But no kids, right? I heard you saying um you don't get kids until when? Thursday? When? Well, I know you don't have them tomorrow. I was listening to you and Bash. I was catching up with everybody. Hi, Heartland honey. How are you? Helen Highwater. I'm very well today. Thank you. Hey, Crazy Nurse. Crazy Nurse 2.057. Okay. Oh, so you guys didn't get to see the opening. We'll play it. As soon as I'm done saying hello, we'll play it. Y'all, when I tell you that I actually said to my husband this morning that I think I might do an upload of just the intro. I put it this way. I'm pretty sure my husband knows all the words because I just played it over and over and over and over. I love the song. Hi, TT the Good Tiffany. How are you? Kit, I know you don't celebrate Labor Day in your neck of the woods, but happy Labor Day. It's still a very good excuse should you want to do some daytime drinking. Just tell them you're celebrating Labor Day. All right, don't you worry. I'm going to play the intro for everybody. Hi, LG. How are you? Marcy. There's Marcy's avatar back again. Hi, Bash. How are you? Bash, I watched your short this morning of PayPal Mal lighting into Oprah. Oh God, not a good idea. Oh no. You think TLC strikes a bitch? Oh my God. You cannot defile Oprah's name. I mean, come on now. And I didn't even know what the hell she was talking about, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Oprah's the one person who's, I don't know, I've never heard anybody accuse her of. What did she say? Something about she's trying to get her philanthropy name out there or some bullshit. Does PayPal Mal realize that Oprah has long been not just a philanthropist, a super philanthropist? She's got that school in Africa where she has educated, I don't even know how many girls who would have never had the opportunities they now have because of Oprah Winfrey and her efforts. So, PayPal Mal, sit down and shut up. Like, do you really think Oprah, like, you've met Oprah, right? And I don't mean in that way. As if Oprah needs to do some tragedy pimping for her philanthropy. And I don't even know what she was talking about, but that's pretty rich coming from somebody who basically has, a begging bowl. This is a song bowl, but she's got a begging bowl that she puts out every show. So, God. Hey, Branson girl, how are you? Oh, well, thank you, Tiger Talks. I'm glad you're out of the bushes. I'm glad you like my top. Oh, for all my shoppers out there, I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but Labor Day, much like Memorial Day and the 4th of July, and let's just face it, every damn holiday, there are some really good sales going on right now, including this brand I'm wearing, Love Shack Fancy. Everything that's on sale at Love Shack Fancy is now an additional 25% off the sale price. And some of it is actually, I'm not going to say any of it is reasonably priced because it's really not, but in terms of their usual prices, and I only buy it when it's on sale because it is crazy overpriced. But there's, I say it's overpriced, but I can tell you this as someone who knows about, retail and things like that. What makes a garment expensive are the details, okay? Like this lace, their materials, well, they're not always silk. They use a lot of synthetics. They use blends, but their silk pieces, buttons and snaps and lace and all that stuff makes it's expensive for them to buy, and then they have to make their money. So tis what it is. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Oh, Cece. Oh, you had to work yesterday? That sucks. God, that sucks. Well, I'm glad you're home today. Oh, Emmy, do you know who Paul is now? Oh, there's Dis. Dis, I saw your email. I didn't have a chance to read it. I was I just checked something. I opened up my iPad. So I saw that it came up like in the notification, but I haven't clicked on it yet. I will when I leave. I hope you're doing well. Oh, Brittany. So do they think that Karini did something to Paul? Holy crap. Ms. Lee, that would be the one and only. Yes, the body condom. Because he's scared of everything. He's scared of his own fucking shadow. He's scared of everything. Of course, he's not scared of a bride who can't speak English. And just one other note on Paul and Karini. I was saying that he went to the Philippines to meet her. Y'all, I'm not talking Manila where there's, a Hyatt or a Hilton. No, he had to take like a canoe and then he had a connecting water buffalo flight and then another canoe. Seriously, they lived in the most remote village. I don't even think they had electricity. Did they have electricity? If they did, let's just say this. It was bootleg. It's not like they called Con Ed and said, "Oh, hey, we need our power and our internet cable hooked up." How those two ever managed to communicate online? They must have had I picture a bunch of little farm animals sitting on stationary bikes and making the spark to somebody's holding the hanger. We're waiting for an electric storm. You want to talk about primitive, but my God, the things a man will do to get laid. Like I said, there was no women in the United States that wanted him, so he had to leave the country. Oh my God, Helen. Children, plural, they have more than one kid. See, I haven't watched any of the 90 Day franchises. I'll tell you the last time I watched was when Gino and Jasmine, Gino talks like this. He's got this very unfortunate, oh God, I hated him. Gino and Jasmine, and that's how he said her name. Her name's Jasmine. He's always calling her Jasmine. Gino and Jasmine. God, please don't anybody clip that when I was making that horrible face. Yeah. They had just gotten engaged on was it the golf course? They were at a very nice looking resort in Colombia. And of course they were fighting the whole time because, oh, did I mention this? Jasmine, who despite the fact that she looks like on a good day, she looks like a stripper. On a bad day, she looks like she's a street hooker. Um, she's very pretty. She is a very pretty girl. Incredibly high maintenance. Like, I can relate to Jasmine on that level. Like, she puts a lot of effort in, much like myself. But she is wildly insecure. I'm talking like Bullhorn Betty level insecurity. Wildly insecure and jealous as hell. And what was so hilarious about those two is she was always insisting that, Gino was talking to his ex and looking at this one and looking at that one. And the whole time I'm thinking, bitch, nobody wants him. Are you kidding me? Look at him. Listen to him. Oh, God, he's just repulsive. Sorry, Gino, if you're out there listening. No, not really. You're gross. You're a nut job, and oh God, they're just blah. John Yates talked to his mom. Oh, hi, not so dumb blonde. Who's John Yates? See, you guys get me all caught up. Ms. Lee says, poor Gino. Don't you be saying poor Gino. Gino is a disgusting creep. Hey, Heather B. Beachy. Blank screen. Speaking of legends, there's one in the house. Oh, Brittany. Gets worse with Jasmine and Gino. You mean worse than when she went on the reunion show and told the whole world about all the shit we do not want to hear about? Like, no. I don't want to picture him with his clothes on. Never mind all their gross bedroom business. No, thank you. Hey, Nonsense, how are you? I saw you in the pool the other day. Are you guys getting settled in, I hope? I'm so glad everything worked out for you. That makes me happy. Hi, Rachel Wolf. Hi, Fairy Dust. How are you? We're getting there, kids. We're getting there. Stargazer Mom, how are you? How are you? Oh, Deanna says she just checked. Paula's alive. He talked to his mommy. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Hi, Striker Force. How are ya? Hey, Earth. How are you? Earth, you're in my queue to listen to. The one that about it said the song. The song is better. The song is improved. That video. Hi, Beverly. How are you? Oh, Bash. Okay, so yes, that's the one I'm talking about. Where Mallory, the one you did, I think it was just from this morning. I watched it this morning. Where Mal was insinuating that Oprah, is trying to get her I forget how she put it, but like as if Oprah needs to try and do anything. I mean, everything she looks at or touches turns to gold. There's a reason that you've never seen Oprah Winfrey involved in any big scandal, okay? I'm sure it's twofold, threefold. It's not just one reason you've never seen it. Oh my God, Smash Mouth 56 died of liver failure. That's so sad. Was he an alcoholic? That's bad. That's so sad. Hey, Rowena, how you doing? Oh, thank you, Earth. The glasses came from Anthropology about a year ago. Oh my God, what a brilliant name this is. Congratulations. You've been inducted into Crimes and Fashions Hall of Fame, best screen names ever. I shiz you not. That is, oh my God, that's so good. Y'all, some of you are so smart and so creative. I could sit all my life in a room with a pencil and a piece of paper, and if they said I had to come up with something like that to come out of the room, they'd find me just a pile of dust. I could never. That is so good. My God, I love that. You got okay, fairy dust. I wondered if. Wait a minute. Okay, I gotcha. I'm reading about your redoing your. You shorten your name because you're redoing. So yes, I shiz you not. Welcome, and my God, I love that name. PJ shortened her name too. What's PJ's name? Is Dolly's girlfriend? Please say it ain't so. I think. Okay, wait a minute. I think I know what you mean. You're telling me that's okay. I gotcha. Hey, T. Marie, how are you? Yes, Paul is a nut job, but that nut job is alive and well, and I'm sure TLC is damn glad. Can you imagine? That's my dream job, okay? That and being the person who comes up with the names of the nail polishes and the lipsticks. Because you know that's just a bunch of stoners who are sitting in a conference room somewhere with giant vats of M&Ms and whatnot, and they're passing around these colors, and they're all like, oh man, I don't know, dude, that looks like whipped cream unicorn sparkle dreams. I mean, look at some of the names that they come up with. Oh, in fact, I have a couple sitting in front of me, except the damn print is too small to read. What is this called? I can't read it, it's too small, but I'm sure it's something stupid. Nonsense. Paul was your favorite part of 90 Day? Girl, that tells me you haven't met Gino. Hey, Revival, how are you? Hi, SoFlo. So yeah, all you shoppers out there, there's lots of good sales going on. Okay, so since nobody saw the intro, we're going to run it. And then I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about. So stand by.
Father, you should know I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go. Lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time it's real. I do what I want. 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 Hear me now. I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out. Whenever you see me, don't be wasting my time. Watch me go. Lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. I do what I want. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat?
Isn't that fabulous? Thank you, Menace to Sobriety, so very much. That was all him. I sent some pictures, you know, colors, the whole. I mean, obviously he kind of has a little bit of an idea of what I like. So, and honest to God, that was all him. What's a floating holiday? Hey, Kay Kanuga, how are you? Sofa King Tight. Where's your counterpart? Dixie Normus. Hold on, I was trying to see. Okay, never mind. So, all right, so let me tell you what prompted me to come in here and do this, because I didn't really have plans on doing anything today. I figured tomorrow I was definitely going to, because tomorrow will be the Tuesday that feels like a Monday. And, you know, unless I have something going on, I typically do come in here on Mondays. But I've been listening. Hold on, let's put my hair back so I'm not sitting here playing with it the entire time. I've listened to quite a few on the replay, different creators, and on the Savage and Bombshell situation. And let's see, today's Sunday, so Friday. I wasn't here yesterday, so Friday was the last time I was live. Oh, Kay Kanuga, my pleasure. Listen, every day is a holiday over at, you know, Shay Crimes and Fashion. Hey, Mama Bear, how are you? Amy M, how are you? Oh, Amberly. Tomorrow's Amberly's birthday. Well, happy early birthday in case I don't see you. I hope you have a great day. Hi, Nicole LTL. So on Friday, someone, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was, someone asked me in the chat. Oh, I was doing, you know, we're talking about Betty. And in the chat, someone asked me what did I think of the situation with Savage going to Bomb's house. And I said that, and here's what I'm going to say that's new that I'm adding to what I said the other day. Until this morning, well, wait. On Friday, I saw the post that Savage made. No, it was a video. She had done a video. Okay, so wait, Friday. So I guess she went live on Thursday evening. I had not seen the clip of her out the sunroof with the bullhorn. hand to God, I had not seen that yet. And I said at that time that the only thing I knew was that I saw Savage had gone live the night before, and that I had started watching the video on the replay of the night before, and that I left her a comment. And I said, look, there are a lot of people that I really like, and I wish I could listen to, just like everybody else. There are so many great creators, so many people that we all, I'm sure, like myself, we all have more people we would like to watch than there's hours in the day. So, hey, Bama G, how are you? I also said at that time that I had not been at many of Savage's lives in the recent past, for a couple reasons. Number one, damn, sorry, my eyelashes. There's one piece that's poking me. Number one, it's usually 9 or so in the evening when she goes live. I'm useless at night, you guys. I do a lot of shit during the day, and I'm old, and I have a routine. I'm sure most people are in the same boat. And I'm just useless at night. And really, and I mean, not that 9 o'clock is that late, but typically, unless something really big happens, I need to wash the YouTube out of my brain at the end of the day. I try to never, once I go into my bedroom to read my book and then watch TV before falling asleep, I try to never watch YouTube. I want to like unplug from all that, because this place, if you let it, it will give you anxiety. It will get you riled up. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. So there's that. And even more than that, it's the fact that I don't know a lot of the people or the situations that she's been talking about lately. When she was really doing a lot of content about the tragedy pimps, I know all of that. So I was there a lot more often. But I've never watched Bombshell. I've seen, clips here and there of her. I have the very loose outline. I don't know any of the finer details. I just know they can't stand each other. So at the time when I was asked, when I was live by someone in the chat, what do you, it didn't say condone, but what do you think of, do you approve of that, or something along those lines? Hi, Be Still. And you know what? It might have been Be Still that asked me. And I said, my understanding is Bob told her, come on over, roll on up. And that I didn't think that Bombshell thought she'd do it. I also said that I thought that she was in Georgia for like a week. And I didn't think that she had gone there specifically to go to Mom's house. So that is all I knew until yesterday and today. And I have seen the video. I don't know if it's still there or not. Hey, Kathy P, how are you? I did a short little window of notice. I think maybe a half hour. Maybe that's why you didn't get it. YouTube's their notification system sucks. YouTube, get your shit together. Please and thank you. So I have seen the video of her through the sunroof with the bullhorn. Oh, savage. Oh, and I also said at that time on Friday, I said I would not do it. And there was something else that I said something I'm going to reiterate here. But hold on a minute for that. So yesterday, I listened to Dolly's on the replay. I didn't listen to it all. Curiosity got the better of me, and I wanted to see what he was going to say. So I listened to him, not the whole thing, probably 20, 25 minutes. I listened to someone else talk about it. I don't remember who it was. And then this morning, I listened to Joneson from, it was last night. I'm almost positive. I could tell you the name of the video. Hold on. Oh, okay. In fact, it's still queued up on my phone. You got 34 seconds. That's what the name of the live was. And I listened to Joneson's all the way to the part where they had started to play the drinking game. That's what I was listening to. Even as I was finishing getting ready, because I had decided probably about midway through that, okay, now I feel like I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. And, I think they're a little different than what I've heard. And that's not to say that there's not many people who maybe haven't said exactly what I'm getting ready to say, but I just haven't heard it. So, because I really do. I try not to just, listen, I have no shortage of things to do. I've got, oh God, as my miles long list of to do will attest to. So I try not to just come in and blah, 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 say the same shit that everybody else has said. I said the other day, it has to resonate with me for some reason. It has to make me feel enough. I have to have a reason to want to come in and throw my 2 cents into it. And listen, the reality of it is, this is how this shit goes here. It doesn't matter what you do. YouTube's got a very, very brief memory, we'll just say. No matter the sin. And to me, well, I was going to say the sinner and who the sinner is kind of dictates how long the repercussions. And let's face it, you've got Zav Girl, the skank, who put up a dead child's autopsy pictures. Okay. She was called out by the real media. It went worldwide. And that disgusting bitch is back here doing her same grimy, greasy shit. And people are still watching. Nobody's in front of her house burning it down with pitchforks. And I'm not saying they should be. Certainly not. I'm just trying to make a point that it really doesn't matter what you do. And this place has, depending on who you are, is how long your punishment or your call out is going to last. And all of this got me thinking. And much as I said on Friday, what occurs to me is as I said Friday, I'm a loyal person. And I feel like, well, let me tell you how because even now that I have more information than I had on Friday, I still have the same position. And if any of you are going to sit out there and tell me, because this is what I've heard a lot of, and I don't disagree with it, but what you hear a lot of is some version of this statement. Well, if we say that we're not about that, then we have to call it out. And I would agree, absolutely. But here's where my thinking might diverge. And I don't think my thinking does diverge. I think I'm just somebody who's going to say what some people won't, but it's still the way you feel. What occurred to me as I was getting ready to come in here is, you know what is so surprising to me is, and I've always said this, and I always will say this, despite the fact that there is a lot of dumbass morons rolling around this place, it takes a lot of diplomacy to survive here. And some people are better at it than others. Like I said, I will say things that maybe people won't say. But if we're all being real here, this is very much a team sport, okay? You don't always play with the whole team assembled at the same time for the same game. We like who we like for our own reasons. And here's what I'm not going to do. Here's what I will concede where this whole situation is concerned. I don't agree with anybody going real life on anyone. Had Savage asked me, which she did not, why would she? If she had, I can assure you that I absolutely would have, in the strongest possible terms, I would have done everything I could to dissuade her from doing what she did. For the simple fact, it's not even about Bombshell. I don't know that bitch. And from everything I've heard, she's a piece of shit. But be that as it may, I would have done everything had she asked to dissuade her from doing that, because I don't want to see her get hurt. And I don't agree with what she did. I would never do it. I would have never told her to do it. I would have tried to talk her out of it. But none of that happened. So we're left with what happened. And then everybody decides for themselves how you feel about it and what you're going to say about it. Some people are going to say nothing about it, but they have big feelings about it. Some people have big feelings about it, and they're going to say everything that's on their mind. I'm going to say the same thing I said before. And if there's and I'll tell you why. I think one thing, because so much of this shit is just complete bullshit, fake fake people living YouTube, be all that you pretend to be. That's not me. Now, of course, I show you what I want you to see. But this, we all know there's a lot of people running around on here that are getting money under false pretenses. They're putting forward, let's just say, a lot of embellishment, whether it's their achievements, their lifestyle, whatever the case may be. And as long as they're not hurting anybody, I don't care. But I will say this, and this is where I think, while I very much agree with and understand the argument that we can't say that we do or do not, whichever is appropriate, stand for this if when one of our own does this and we do or do not call it out. I understand that in theory, yes. But in reality, we all know it depends on the person. And I didn't write the rules, so don't get mad at me about it. And for me, all I can do is tell you how I operate. I'm not going to tell you how you need to operate. If you can't relate or appreciate where I'm coming from, and you just can't rock with that because of what I'm saying, hey, no harm, no foul, no bad feelings. I understand. But here's how I try very hard. And listen, it's not easy, okay? There are times when, well, first, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Here's how I try and conduct myself on here. And I've said this several times. I said it Friday. I'm going to say it again. If you are good to me, if you have done a good turn, if you have done a kindness for me with no compensation, no expectation of anything, you just did it to be kind. Shouting out my channel, telling people to sub to me, sending people my way. If I'm in the chat and you're kind enough to say, oh, go sub up to Crimes and Fashion. She's funny. She's the biggest bitch in the world. Whatever. Unlike a whole lot of people on here, because we've all seen these situations. They come, they go. People come, they go. At time. And to me, what I'm going to say and how I try and conduct myself is it's the definition of loyalty. Anyone who's been good to me, I'm sorry. I am not going to, and I know people are going to say, well, if Betty did that, yeah, you're exactly right. Fuck Betty. She's a horrible, wretched bitch. And I'll call her out every day of the week, all day long, if that's what I want to do. Are you going to tell me that somebody who's been good to you and did a kindness for you? Are you honestly going to tell me that you're going to hold that person and their action to the same standard you're going to hold somebody who you can't stand for very good reason. Well, maybe you will, but I will not. And all I'm saying is, I'm saying it. Maybe a lot of people will not say it, but don't tell me that's not the way you're thinking. And listen, I get it. I understand. Not everybody can come out and say what I'm saying, but I'm just saying what is the reality of it, okay? It's real easy to sit back and say, oh, that was horrible. Now listen, and please don't, obviously what I'm saying has its limits, okay? If someone had been hurt, etc., I would have to, that would be a different conversation. That is not what happened. And if you're going to tell me that somebody you like, who's been nothing but kind to you, that because they did something that you don't agree with or you wouldn't do, and a lot of other people don't agree with, are you honestly telling me that you're going to come out publicly and denounce them? I won't. And I'm sorry, I'm just being real. And like I said, absolutely, it would be a much different conversation had something bad happen. I think what Savage did was, and I am coming at it only from the point of view of my concern for Savage. I don't give a shit about Bombshell. I don't know her, and I've heard from enough people in multiple communities, she's a piece of shit. That doesn't mean that I think anybody should be rolling up to her house. I do not. I would have never told Savage that that was a good idea. But it's done and it's over, and she did it. And I've done what my conscience tells me I should have done, which is say, I can not support the actions or the event, but still support her. And I think just, it's funny. It's just like, and we're going to play just a few minutes of Dolly because, of course, oh boy, he had a big field day with this one. That was shocking. And I'm sitting there listening to him, and I'm like, when he said something about, oh, I thought that was a bullhorn Betty wannabe. Who the fuck wants to be bullhorn Betty? That'd be exactly nobody. Yeah. Please. Well, actually, there's jails full of people who want to be just like Bullhorn Betty. Yeah, the ones who, they can't follow the rules. They don't think the rules are for them. They're special, blah, blah, blah. And I guess all I'm trying to say in a not like, I'm having a hard time articulating it the way I want to, but every single one of us is a giant hypocrite. Hey, Johnson, how are you? Every one of us is a giant hypocrite every day, because what I'm saying is how every single one of you feels for somebody. Okay, it might not be Savage, but let me tell you, what I'm saying and my loyalty, it does not just extend to Savage. And I saw Joneson just came in, and so Joneson, let me ask you, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot, and I think I know the answer, but And by the way, Queen Bee is included in this list as well. I'm sure if I asked Joneson if this is if this was Queen Bee and there was if the buzz was about something that, well, let's just put Queen Bee into Savage's position here. We're just going to switch the people like Freaky Friday. I'm sure Joneson would be saying some version of what I'm saying, because I've heard Joneson several times say Queen Bee was good to her. She helped her. When somebody does that for you, if you are a decent person, that stays with you. So I guess, just to reiterate, I do not condone anyone going real life on anyone. And for Savage, it was, girl, I don't want you to do shit like that anymore. There are crazy ass people out here. You could have been hurt. And I don't want to see that happen. And things happen like that. I mean, who knows who's in the house with her? Who knows who lives next door? But I'm also not going to sit here and let that idiot Dolly make it sound like what Savage did was anything remotely close to what him and Skankhorn Betty carrying on. One of the things he said was, "Oh yeah, I had to check and see if that was a bullhorn Betty." Oh, trust him. Well, no, first of all, Savage's hair is all intact. Okay. So no, just the bullhorn alone. No, sorry. I know Betty thinks she invented the bullhorn. She did not. So yeah, just from behind, the shot. Yeah, no, nobody would mistake her for bullhorn Betty. Well, that and the fact that, she didn't have her lawn chairs set up across the street having a tailgate party. So let's keep it real, okay? We're not going to compare apples and marshmallows. Hey, Law Nerd. I feel much. See, yeah, Joneson, see? And I'm glad that, hold on, I'm going to pin her comment. Because y'all, this is the reality right here. I'm just saying it, okay? It is. We all, and the thing is, the only thing I know about Joneson's relationship with Queen Bee or her feelings for Queen Bee are things I've heard her say. Obviously, I don't know how long they've been friends, like how much they talk outside of YouTube. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't need to. But just based on the things I've heard her say, I would never expect her to say anything but what she is saying here. We all do this. And it just depends on whose turn it is on the merry-go-round. Who's done something bad. And that will depend on who says what, how much they say, how harsh, etc. And Law Nerd, I agree. I just truly, and maybe I'm wrong. I'm not saying that I'm right and everybody's wrong. No, all I can do is tell you my logic and reasoning with these kinds of things. And much like my real life, I mean, I tell you guys all the time, this is me, okay? When I walk out of this room, this is me. This is how I talk. This is how I think. I think the people that probably relate to groups of people like we're all trying to do. That is the point of this whole thing. I think you can connect with people when you are authentically yourself. Aside from the little things that we all do. I mean, come on. We're all a little bit of smoke and mirrors, okay? But how much we condemn someone, well, it really depends on how much, if any, whether there's a personal connection and whether or not we like them. And we all do this. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying, can we all just please acknowledge that? Come on, this is not, we're not living in YouTube utopia. I mean, clearly, if we were, fucking Betty wouldn't be here. We are all hypocrites. We all jump on the chance when somebody we think's a real asshole does something that we don't like. I mean, come on, do you not think that some of my favorite streams have not been, well, with Betty, it's every friggin' day, but it's just the reality of it, you guys. And there really is a lot of, let me tell you, when I say diplomacy, okay? So the people that have been good to me, Savage, who is one, I, short of something, and I'm sorry, to me, this is the definition of loyalty for me. It's how I define loyalty. We'll keep it confined to YouTube. You've been good to me. You've gone out of your way. You've helped me for nothing expected or given in return. I can't speak to everyone else out here. I can speak for me. That goes a long way with me. And while I will call out the action, and I am, she should not have done it. But I'm not going to sit back and watch it, be compared to the Georgia situation. Dolly did what every single one of us do. I mean, one person in the chat who's got a channel. I want one person to tell me that when somebody you really can't stand, when the opportunity presents itself, that you don't take it. I absolutely do. I would never dream to say anything otherwise. And of course, we'll put our own little spin on it. I mean, come on, there's few things as satisfying as getting to drag a bitch for filth that you can't stand. But I don't want anybody. Hey, Gina Diamond, how are you, honey? I don't want anybody to misunderstand and say that I'm condoning going real life. I absolutely am not. And I've said it a million times, and I'm going to say it a million times more. I would not cross my street to make a problem for anyone on here. I will never do that. Despite, I'm sure, that's probably not reciprocated by many. But that doesn't change how I conduct myself. So I absolutely do not condone what Savage did. I I really hope she will not do something like this again, only for the fact that it like that, it could go bad and it would never, ever be worth it. I also think that, I mean, I know that there's a lot of history with a lot of people that goes back, you know, a long way that I don't want to even know about, okay? But I know that I heard Savage say something this morning. I mean, it was from last night, but I listened to it this morning. And I've heard her say this before several times over different, things that have happened. I think that she very much feels at times that, let's just say, maybe her reputation precedes her with certain people, and people who don't even know her, have never, spoken to her, have never been in her chat. I think she feels like people hear her name and automatically assume that she's at fault, and that she's terrible, horrible, wicked. And I mean, I don't speak for her, but that, she did say that, let's just say, people she's been involved with beef with, that people a lot of times automatically, like, they don't even know any of the details, any of the facts with anything. They just hear her name and it's like, oh yeah, no, she's guilty. Y'all, I'm really not. I hope this does not come across as me making excuses for her. I don't need to do anything for her. I don't do anything for her. I do not speak for her. I don't need to make a statement for her. I just, after listening now to several different people, and all of whom I like, I don't know. I just really felt compelled to say, look, you can't expect. There is a way to call out the behavior, but we don't have to. There's let's just call it what is it called in Emmy or Crazy Nurse? Somebody help me out with this. What's it called? Oh God, not a template. Oh, a rubric. Okay, so not everybody's rubric for the call out is going to be the same. I kind of feel like, and this is always the way it happens, it's this side versus this side. Well, actually, most people are in here in the middle. Obviously, people who are, Team Dolly, Team Betty, well, of course, they're gonna, take this opportunity to drag her. And vice versa. I guess all I'm saying is, you can't expect everybody to, when you don't have any, I mean, I hate to call it a relationship. No. When you don't have any, you don't know anybody on more than a surface level, like you see them in a chat. Hi, how are you? I'm just not that person. Anybody who's ever nonsense. Same goes for you. The same goes for Queen Bee, Emmy, anybody I've ever had any kind of personal interaction with. And most especially, if we really don't even have that much of a, we don't talk to each other outside of YouTube, but you've gone out of your way to be kind to me. I'm sorry. I don't forget that. And that's important to me. And I take that seriously. And that alone is always going. And if I'm wrong, so be it. But I'd rather be wrong and err on that side than be, there's a lot of people on here. It's funny because you see, like, I see people who are very smart, strategic about how they move. And when I say strategic, I don't necessarily, don't think of that in a negative context. I would put myself in that category. And then you've got the people over here who are just dipshits, and they're going to follow whoever they like, no matter what goes on, like Betty's people. And not just Betty, but that type of, that level of, God damn, I will never figure that shit out. Prayer garden, like, what? But yeah, those kind of subs, they'll just follow whatever they say, whatever they do. So while I completely understand if we say we're not for this, we can't be for it. I agree, but there's a way to not be for it. That's all I'm saying. And that goes for anybody. Nobody should ever go real life on anybody. Listen, these are the people we talk about. We see this all the time. And I really try. I try to, when you spend this much time, this much of your free time on this platform, and we see all, we talk about all the same groups of people. I cannot be alone in trying to, and it may sound weird, and I have not been successful, at least not all the way, when I say that I do try to find something I can relate to these people on, because I'm fascinated about what it is that makes these people tick. And another reason I try and do it is because, hey, Val, how are you? It very much, when you talk about the same people all the time, especially when they're assholes, it gets easier and easier they become less and less like a real person. So for me, I almost have to try. I literally, when I will listen to like Betty, I will try, and it's always like I'll listen to Betty on Emmy's channel, because I can't take Betty on we need that buffer between us of Emmy. it really, like, I try to find things that I can connect in some way with. Why does she do this? Like, what? Usually I fail, but I think you have to try and do that, because otherwise these things they start to fester. And hold on, I want to go back to, and Val, I don't have the answer. I did listen to you guys this morning. Hey, tattoos and unicorns, how are you? It's nice to see you. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if you've been listening the whole time. I was just saying that, I have respect for Savage. She's been good to me many times when she had no reason to be, and she didn't get anything out of it. And that means something with me. So I don't think she should have gone to Bomb's house. But that's because of her, because of Savage, because I worry for her that it could go left quickly. I don't give a shit about Bombshell. I don't even know the bitch. But, I was just making the point that I understand if we say we're not for this, we can't be for it. However, to what degree we're going to call it out? Well, if you're being honest, that depends on the person that's involved and how you feel about them. And that's just, maybe I'm the only one who's going to admit it, but that's the way I do it. That's the way everybody does it. Come on. So, and I'm just not going to. Obviously, if something bad had happened, this would be a different conversation, but it didn't. And I don't want to see her get hurt. But to answer your question, I don't know. I don't know what you do, honestly. I don't understand. I don't understand a lot of what goes on here and what people do. But I will say this. I definitely, when I was listening to you guys this morning, and then Pirate came in hot. Pirate kind of reminds me of me. But I always look at you, Val, as definitely you're like the calming voice of reason. And listen, I don't know all the history with this, and I don't need to. I said what I am going to say about it. I'm not going to, and that's all I'm going to say. And if I'm wrong, so be it. But I'm just, I don't know. I just would like, we're all hypocrites at one time. Well, we're all hypocrites every day. Come on. We dole out punishment and reward based on who the person is, what the sin is, and how much we like them or we dislike them. And that's just facts, ma'am. That's it right there. That's just the facts. But yeah, to hear Dolly, I mean, I get it. Savage is his arch nemesis. I would have expected, knowing him, nothing less than him to, you could tell he was loving this. But, some of the shit he said was just, and I have it queued up. I don't know if I'm even going to play it. And the only reason I was going to play it is because there were a few parts and things he said where I was like, are you fucking kidding? Like, oh, trying to be a bullhorn Betty. I thought you was bullhorn Betty. I mean, I get it. That's his shtick, the comedy. But yeah, there's exactly nobody who wants to be bullhorn Betty. And if I would imagine, Dolly, that it was great that you sat and you doled out all this life advice. Hold on, I'm gonna move that comment. Okay. Yeah, it was great that you all of a sudden now Dolly wants to play the adult in the room. He's gonna be the teacher. I mean, nobody was. I didn't appreciate the way he kept making the reference to the hospice patient. I mean, like, do you think that's funny, Dolly? It's not funny. And that wasn't because of anything Savage did. That's because of what you and your skanky friends with or without benefits. Yeah, her. I mean, you got a lot of nerve. Let me just tell you this. Saying a lot of those things you said about Savage based on some of your I mean, do you really think that if anybody puts Savage next to Bullhorn Betty, like an 8x10 glossy? I mean, I don't, oh God, I can't even bring myself to say it. It's just something about a bank, let's just say. Yeah. It's funny because like all of a sudden he's going to be the moral authority. When I saw with my own eyes the screenshot of Dolly wanting the information on Savage and her extended family, like grandchildren. Dude, that does not compare to standing up in a sunroof with a bullhorn driving by someone's house. And no, I don't think she should have done it. But let's not pretend that that's the same thing, because it's not. And if she wanted to do a replay of, well, you yourself said, you found out the hard way. Hey, True Texan, how are you? You found out the hard way how expensive Georgia is. Yeah, because of snatching the bullhorn out of Eileen's hands after you dehumanized her with some of the most disgusting, vile, foul shit I have heard come out of anyone's mouth, man or woman. And let's not forget your tailgate party that went on for what, about 2 weeks? While you were, I mean, it was like well, Dolly, you're, I don't know if you're as old as me, but you're a little long in the tooth. So you'll certainly remember the days. Oh my gosh, today. Okay, so back in the day, you would know it was time to go back to school when the Jerry Lewis Labor Day telethon ended. And you and Betty and the rest of those ass clowns were sitting out there having you were having a griftathon. You were having your subs. I mean, y'all don't even buy your own damn lunch. God, I'm doing something wrong. Do you think your subs, would they buy me some shoes? Like they don't have to buy my Happy Meal. I'll get that. But, my God, y'all were making bank out there. So is that all I have to do? I just need to go out in front of somebody's house and scream and yell and carry on like I'm having a Labor Day? Well, it's especially disgusting when you think about it in terms of why you were there. Yeah. With your white trash cohort, Betty, who was, basically having a weeks-long little temper tantrum as the real legit investigators and law enforcement were out digging in just mountains of trash looking for a dead baby. You two idiots are sitting out there e-begging for everything from lunch to hotel rooms. What else did they get when they were out there? So to try and compare what Savage did with what you idiots did, there is no comparison. Come on. And, you lose a whole lot of your 1-2 punch when you repeatedly throw in the really, oh God, it's so tasteless. And ugh, the comments about, oh yeah, and there was somebody there on hospice. Why do you find, here's what puzzles me. I mean, clearly you didn't go to charm school, but I would just think that, isn't that just like a basic innate kind of thing? Like, I don't know. For me, there's certain things that they're just, they're never funny. Ever, 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 ever. Things like the Holocaust. Didn't you have a friend with like a giant swastika that was sitting in a swimming pool and and listen, I heard what you said about that he changed his life. He, needed the Aryan Brotherhood in prison. I don't know. Looked like a pretty big boy though. Whatever the case may be. Okay, fine. People change. But it just, the optics and whatnot. Oh, not good. Not good. Listen, I don't care if it's the that's my Tibetan song bowl. Yeah, no, it's not a begging bowl. It's a song bowl. Yeah, not if your big beefy friend in the hot tub with the swastika. Yeah, I mean, if he became a Tibetan monk, okay? I still would never, ever, 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 ever in 1,000,000 years allow him to appear on my channel shirtless with a swastika tattoo that was, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it was bigger around than that bowl. It's, see, and that kind of thinking, it puzzles me, because I can walk hand in hand with you all the way up to he's changed his life. He's now an altar boy for the Catholic Church. He's a Tibetan monk. I mean, I can go all the way up to that argument with you and say, oh, okay, that's great. I'm good. I'm glad. Where you lose me is where you would allow that man to appear on your channel sans, that's French for without, sans chemise, that's French for shirt, nightgown kind of thing. Yeah. So these kinds of things puzzle me. So while you're up there being the teacher and you're shaming Savage, of course, I think about that and I'm like, well, goodness. I mean, I know he didn't go to charm school, but gosh, it was very, that old expression, that one's going to leave a mark. Ooh, that one definitely, that left a mark. But kind of like I was saying with Zab Girl, here's the good news and the bad news. It doesn't matter what you do on here. There are stupid people who will follow you and don't care. All will be forgotten. But we haven't all forgotten just quite yet. So give me a minute. I'm not quite done. Okay, swastika, check. Oh yeah, I was talking about things that are never, ever, 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 ever funny. And I just would think that it would be innate within just civilized people. I mean, to me, there are certain things you don't say, there are certain things you don't do, not for any reason, not for comedy. I mean, those are the only people, like stand-up comedians. I don't agree with it, and I wouldn't do it. But so, Mr. Moral Authority teacher, it's never funny. You just like, have you not ever had any personal experience with hospice? I mean, not you yourself, but within your immediate family or friends. My God. If not, well, goodness, you are very blessed. But I still would think that that's just like never funny. It's not. I don't know. Like, did you think? Because I think what you thought was that it was adding something to your, your funny bit. In fact, it did the exact opposite, Dolly. I mean, your people, obviously, I think 95% of them think that everything you say is, brilliant. But it did. It like, I mean, here's just a little word from the wise. If you ever hope to, maybe reach more than your usual, well, that's a surefire way to lose them. Because there were certain things that you said that I could agree with. Like this could be dangerous, blah, blah, blah. But I've already said that for me, that's concern for Savage. I mean, obviously, you don't have any concern for that. But so your gratuitous remarks about, you can't, with this side of your mouth, you talk about how you learn your lesson about Georgia and, oh, Dolly knows how expensive it is to play in Georgia. Yeah. So we've got that. But all of the, the gratuitous remarks and, I don't know Joe. I think I've seen him one time come on camera. I think it was before they went to Las Vegas. I've really not heard anybody have anything unkind, except for you, to say about Joe. I mean, you know how it looked to me as someone who, I mean, I don't listen to your channel. I don't hang out in your chat. You come to my chat sometimes. I never tell you to get out. I mean, I don't treat you like a celebrity either, because you're not. But all the gratuitous remarks about, I just don't know, how do you talk about Savage's looks when you've been with Betty? And we could go back to my side by side if we need to. I mean, I personally don't understand. I don't know. I don't I don't understand a guy that isn't that like against man code or something? Like to be speaking on someone else's wife, and then you start on him too. I mean, it's just, hold on, I want to read this chat, this comment. Y'all, I haven't been looking at the chat. Val, I assume that's about Betty. I mean, I had it queued up. I was going to play some of it, but going into it, first of all, I don't have timestamps, and we're damn sure we're not going to listen to all of it. And the more I think about it, those are the only points I wanted to make. Was that, please, if you take nothing else from what I just said, Dolly, please disavow yourself of the notion that, Dolly, honestly, I need to know. Do you truly, do you actually think that there is a female alive that wants to be and or look like Bullhorn Betty? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why everybody talks about her, because we're all just jealous of her because she's really got it going on. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to give it any more. I don't want to give it any more oxygen than it's already had. But I think before you get up and you take the moral high ground, I mean, let's maybe not forget our own transgressions quite so quickly. And unlike you, she was not arrested for, thank God. I mean, that's another thing I heard. And I was puzzled by it because he said several times, "Oh, Mom, yeah, call the police." I can't do it like Blair, but what? She breaking the law. Gotta call the police. Gotta call the law. What the hell law do you think she broke? Well, if there's anything, it might have been standing outside the sunroof. That might have been. Well, I can tell you this: if you were driving down like an interstate or something, or even a public, a road with a traffic light, well, that probably could have been a moving violation, standing up outside of the sunroof. I seem to remember something like that when I was in high school. See, because we used to hang out on the beach on the weekends, and when we were kids, that's what we do. You would cruise the beach. And yeah, I do seem to remember getting a warning one time for standing up outside of a sunroof. So you might be right there. But other than that, I'm not exactly sure what did she do? That was, oh God, you know what I keep hearing in my mind? Who sang that song? Breaking the law, breaking the law. I don't think she did anything besides stand up outside the sunroof. That might be the one possible thing. But it's not like, I can't think of anything else. I mean, I don't think in and of itself in fact, didn't Savage say the noise ordinance didn't kick in until the evening? She didn't do anything. There was nothing she did to get arrested for. So, yeah, next. And I did see, oh yes, Deanna, Judas Priest, probably. Hey, Jane says. Oh no. Tiger Talks, what happened? To gather info for hate, in my opinion, no one's business. Question should never have been asked. Oh God, what? True Texan. Yes, Judas Priest. What the hell was I gonna say? Yeah, no. My husband definitely would. No, my husband would have unplugged my internet cable. But I don't know. I don't understand some of these men on here. I really don't. And I try to remember that this is for Dolly his job. So I try and obviously I got to look at it a little differently through that lens because this is his job. And when I say look at it through a different lens, I just mean as far as, like, I can just tell you right now, my husband, my husband would do anything in the world before he would get on here willingly and listen. He doesn't want to listen to any of this shit. He would never participate in it. So I just don't understand a man. I'll try and understand it because it's his job. Okay, so when I say looking at it through a different lens, okay. And even that's hard for me because I use my husband, my son, my brother, my dad. Those are the men that I like and, base my ideas on as far as, would my husband say this? Would my husband do that? So I'll go ahead and give him that. Okay, well, he's in this drama every day, all day because it's his job. Okay, all right, I'll take that into consideration. Some of the shit he was saying, I swear to you, I was as offended, if not more so. Maybe it's because we've just heard so much of his foul shit he says to Savage. And I'm not excusing that in any way, but I'm saying, I guess because I've never heard him go after Joe, some of those, first of all, I don't even know what the hell some of those comments meant, and I don't want to know. But I really was blown away that, like, I just didn't know that men, like, I can't understand it. I can't. I don't. Even when I look at this as, okay, it's his job. His channel is his job. He got into beef with Savage. I don't even know what the hell started it. But I tell you what, I don't care. Dolly, you don't have to. You can still have your problem with Savage without being absolute. I mean, man, you shit all over Joe. And that, it's bad enough that you do it to her. Because let me tell you something. You could find a way, because Dolly can be, listen, I'm not going to take the fact away from him that he can be entertaining and he can be funny. I don't find it funny when he is viciously coming after a woman and her family. Dolly, I don't speak for anybody besides myself. But if I had to guess, Well, I could just say where the point of no return would have been for me. And that would have been knowing that you were trying to get information about my family. So I just, you could find a way to keep this going if that's what you want to do, which clearly it is. There is a way to call somebody out, to talk smack without, you don't have to be filthy, vile, foul, go after her husband. I mean, the shit you said about her husband, my God, that was next level. I mean, where I come from, in the world I live in, men do not. Let me tell you what, a woman could walk up to my husband and spit in his face. And he would laugh and he would turn and go the other direction. Now, would he, in a perfect world, would he want to knock her out? Probably. But that's not like, that's not how we roll. And, that is not to say that, women should be able to heap all kinds of abuse on men and men are never able to say or do anything in their own defense. I'm not saying that. But I cannot relate to a man coming after a woman as you have. I mean, you have said some vile, I mean, my God. And I'm not talking just personal insults about someone's looks. You've gone way beyond the bounds of that. And now you've brought her husband into it. Like, I don't, and it makes me wonder, like, does he do that because he knows that Joe's not gonna do any, he can't, how can he? Joe can't do anything about it. Not in the way I'm sure he would like to, because they have, he's got a life, he's got a good job, family, he's got bills to pay. He does, his job is not on the internet fighting with women. It's not. So it makes me wonder, is that why he says and does some of this shit? Because I just cannot relate to it. It is so bizarre to me. It is such a strange, hold on, you guys. Oh, the glare in my office is so bad. I don't think that's going to help too much, but it's just such a strange thing that I really can't relate to. But, it's just over the top. It's so over the top. And no matter what, I mean, I can't relate. I cannot relate to it. And it's not right. But you might want to, come down off your big high horse, and you took your moment, and in a perfect world, to me, like, everybody parts ways, and that's that. But bringing people's families, and it's just, I don't get it. I really don't. God, my contacts are like stuck to my eyeballs like a suction cup. Now that we've talked about who got timed out? Oh God, have I missed all the good stuff in the chat? Who got timed out? I'm trying to scroll back up and see. Oh, glare and morbid. What does it say? Hold on. Chroma Community's newest couple. Oh, Val, I don't even know Joe, and absolutely, I agree with that. There are ways to do things. It's it's so interesting to me about someone calling out the way he did. And listen, we all knew this was coming. We knew Dolly was going to do this. My problem is how low he will go. And it's just the irony of someone who's got, let's just say, I'll just say all the things swirling around him, calling out Savage for what she did. When in comparison to recent events, long past events, current events, I mean, how do you do that? Like, it's rich. Oh, and speaking of rich, I thought, you know what? Since this has been so wah, wah, wah. And I hope that what I came in here for, I was able to articulate it the way I wanted to. I don't know that I was. But I tried, and I hope I guess to tie it up with a nice little bow, very simply is this. We're all hypocrites. We all have things that we say we stand for, things we don't stand for. We all fall short. We all fall down. We all, especially on this platform, we come out of ourselves at times. We say things. Well, I can tell you this, just to kind of illustrate that point. While what things I've said to Betty, while I absolutely, positively, 1,000,000%, I will stand by every damn thing I've ever said to that wretched bitch. However, would I ever say it if she was walking next to me at the mall? Well, we don't go to the same malls. But even if we did, hell no, no, not because I don't really feel that way. Yes. But because number one, I'd be worried she'd knock me out, beat the shit out of me. And number two, like, that's just not that's what I mean when I say we all, because of the fact that hopefully we're not gonna meet up with anybody that we're talking about. So we all fall short, we all fall down. It takes some finessing it's very easy to do what Dolly did. It's very easy to call out something when it's somebody you can't stand. Well, that's the easiest thing in the world. What takes more finesse is to call out something or to acknowledge something. I'm not even going to say call it out, to acknowledge something. I don't believe in, I mean, to me, it would be very foolish for me to, because I've been asked by several people what I thought about it. And who I'm not that person who's going to just say, "What are you talking about?" or act like I don't know anything. But unlike a lot of people, I think before I speak. At least I try to. And I hope that I got across what I wanted to, which was no, I would not have. I would not have suggested it to her. I would have tried to talk her out of it, but it is what it is, and there was no harm, no foul. And I do hope that she won't do something like this again, only because I don't want to ever see something bad come from it. And it could, because people are crazy as hell. And I'm saying right now, I do not think, I said this the other day, and even now that I have more information, I do not think for one hot second that Savage was there to fight her. I don't believe any of that. Now, what I think is this. I've heard many people say it was just for content. I don't necessarily believe that either. I think she was already in Georgia for something else. I think the opportunity presented because she was going to be there anyway. This is my guess. I don't know this. But and Savage is funny. And I think she probably thought, well, hey, let's just call this bitch's bluff. And of course, why wouldn't I film myself doing it? I mean, so that's it. I think I've said, oh, hey, Running Bear. I think I've said everything about, what happened? Crazy Nerds, what happened? Oh, Valley, you know I would never do that. And I don't even like the term calling out, because it's not I'm just commenting on it, that's all, because I've been asked. And but I did think about how I wanted to, to say this. I'm not, because who am I? I'm not Savage's keeper, or I don't dictate what she does or doesn't do. But like I said, it's very easy to do what Dolly did. That's the easiest thing for all of us. And listen, you're lying if you don't acknowledge it. We all love it when somebody that we can't stand, like when Betty gets her ass spanked in court. That's going to be hilarious. Don't think I'm not going to milk that shit for all it's worth. Hell yes, I am. What would be a lot harder was if I liked Betty. So you have to be, because here's the thing. You want to, of course, not alienate people who maybe don't feel the way I do. Ultimately, for me, I don't give a shit. I'm not here asking for money from anybody. I'm not here trying to get famous. So I'm going to say exactly what the hell these are my feelings. This is how I feel about it. This is what I'm going to say. And every single one of you have somebody, or more than likely, like me, multiple somebodies who, okay, they may fall short. They may do something that, doesn't look so good that you yourself wouldn't do, but you have real loyalty to that person for whatever reasons. And you're not just gonna, you're gonna find a way to say, yeah, that might not have been the best idea, but I support you. And that's all I'm gonna ever do. I hope that's what I've done here. That's all I wanted to do. I realize it's taken me 2 hours and 9 minutes to do it. But you know what? At the end of the day, it is what it is, and I am who I am. And if you don't like it, you can suck it. But you know what I thought would be something funny to do? Because, oh my God. And Savage, Val, please give her this timestamp, please. Tell her to listen to 2 hours and 10 minutes because I heard her say something this morning. I spit my coffee out. I swear to God, when I heard her say it. And I think I left it in that video. I left 2 comments. This was the first one. She said, I ain't worried about no damn trolls. I know how to take care of them trolls. I don't let them trolls worry me up. I said, oh, hell no. Have you been with my man? Have you been with Richard? And don't you know? Don't ever think this thing isn't listening, because what do you think came in my feed just maybe an hour later? Well, that would be Rich Life of Road Trips. And yes, we are going to listen to a minute of it. I thought, you know what? Oh, well, Wise Angel, thank you so much. You know, I'm sensing a pattern here. I've had several people tell me that they listen to me while they clean. So I think you guys should take a collection and send Merry Maids over to my house, please. I helped you. I think you should help me. So we're going to listen to just a minute of Rich Life of Road Trips. Now, it's not from Rich's channel. It's from a channel called Dave25. Now, Dave25, sir, I don't know who you are. And I hope you don't mind. I'm not going to play all of this, but I couldn't seem to find Rich's, I couldn't find his channel. I don't know if it's gone again. But there seems to be a few channels who, well, my goodness, I think their sole purpose is to archive Richard. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Well, Rich would certainly be a research project. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right, this should be fun, kids. So, Dave25, I thank you kindly for sharing this fantastic content with us. All right, kids. If you all have not ever met Rich Life of Road Trips, well, Savage and the gang introduced me, but when I met Richard for the first time, it was actually Pirate playing in probably the all-time best parody of anyone. In fact, I would rather watch Pirate play Rich than Rich. But here he is, apparently complaining about his phone bill. So stand by. All right, Rich. Oh, look at Rich. Oh, at first I thought he was wearing a beret. I'm like, wait a minute. What the hell? Where is he? Oh, for God's sake, does he have like a bed in the back of that van? He must. I see some kind of strange, like, makeshift curtain with pillows. Okay, it's a baseball hat. When I first saw him, now tell me it doesn't look like he's wearing a damn beret. Okay. Well, what's the title? Rich Life of Road Trips needs money to pay his cell phone bill. $120. Either that or it's $12,000 and he forgot the comma. I'm thinking 120. All right, Richard. Lay it on me.
The only reason I'm on right now is because I'm using that internet. I'm
Wait a minute. How do you use the internet if your phone's? Let me guess. Is this some kind of prepaid phone situation we got going on here? I'm thinking it might be.
I'm parked at a friend's house
Hmm.
using their internet.
It's not at Savage's, right? Because I know that she did invite you over for dinner one time. That's probably the closest she's ever come to divorce. Yes, Savage actually. Now I believe what she told me was that she she trolled him so bad that she felt like she should invite him over for dinner when he rolled through the state. Well, her state, we'll just say. And listen, much like damn Bombshell was not expecting Savage to pop up through the sunroof and say, "Are you home?" I'm sure Savage didn't really expect Richard to take her up on her offer of dinner, but he did. And oh, wrong though. I have not. The never-ending wardrobe changes. Oh, I'm gonna need to check that out. Beyonce. And I think that's a new name. Welcome. All right, Rich, come on. We don't have to have all damn day. Get it on. Lay your tale of woe on me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, my phone, it got cut off.
Rich, I just have one question. Does your friend by any chance live in a truck stop? Are you also by any chance a fan of what is referred to as the lot lizard? Because I have seen one of your exes, and I think she was playing with a machete at the time. Yeah, I think you should sleep with one eye open, Richard. Do you prefer Rich or Richard? Which one? Either one? Okay.
I was supposed to pay my bill on the 9th, and all this rigmarole with Anna.
Anna. Now, might Anna be the aforementioned girlfriend with the machete? Val, could you answer that question for us? Is Running Bear? I haven't watched him. I only met him on Savages, and I swear to God, when I said this morning, when I left the comment about when she said the trolls don't worry her up. And I said, are you with my man Richard? And I swear to God, it brought this up. Are you kidding me? I'd have been watching this all damn weekend. Val, is Anna the crazy one with the knife? Look at this. I've got people I've never seen before. Rich, am I going to have to send you a free basket? Hold on. My dog wants in. All right, get in here. That's so funny. I have 3 cats that can figure out how to open up the gate, and one elderly Bichon that it just stands there and all right, Richard, keep going. Rich, you've got to be more careful about these women that you pick up, okay?
I had to have the money to support her, and I had to have the money to pay for gas and food and all. And
so what you're saying is you are over the age of 18? Is that what you're saying? But wait, when you say support her, can you expand on that a little for me? Because like my husband supports me, but are you talking supporting habits? Because I got a mean shoe habit. Richard, you wouldn't have a cell phone or a van. You would have nothing. So don't be so hard on Anna, okay?
And today they cut it off. They cut it off today.
Oh, hell no!
The bill was due on.
God. Is that how that shit works? How come nobody told me? So let me get this straight. What you're saying is when they tell you your bill is due on the 1st. Well, they give you that little grace period. I don't know how long that is. Let's say a week. So are you saying that if you don't pay the bill, they will turn your shit off? Do they give you any warning? Like, do you get back in the day, they used to send you, like, when the pink thing came in the mail, that was like, we are not fucking around anymore. Pink is your final warning. Is that like, do they do that? Like, does the email, is it like purple? I'm just wondering.
The 9th, and I didn't get to pay it.
Oh, well, you're fucked.
And I can't do no more YouTube videos. I can't really.
Oh no, Richard, listen, I just found you. Our relationship is so new. Rich, I will pay your damn cell phone bill. If you promise to upload content, I will pay your cell phone bill. But that's the agreement.
Really go anywhere, because if I break down, I'm lost without a phone. So
you definitely do not have the good looks to just like put your thumb out and like have some man come to your rescue.
So I'm trying to get $120 on PayPal to pay my bill. And no joke, I really need the money. I wouldn't be asking for the money if I didn't. But if I don't get it, I reckon I'll just have to wait until I get my money from my check that's coming next month.
Would that by any chance be a disability check? By any chance? Okay.
So I can't use my credit card. It's maxed out. I'm sorry.
I'm calling bullshit. Rich. By credit card, do you mean like do you do your banking at Amscot by any chance? What did you max your credit card out on? Keeping your lady and machetes? Hold on, Bob. The dog's like, Mom, first warning.
All right, I can't use my credit cards. They're all maxed out.
What was your limit?
I spent a lot of money taking care of Anna,
Like, well, are you going to give us a breakdown here? Because, and I also, because if you give us an itemized, list, I'll be able to, they say everything's relative. So if you I hope you're getting ready to give me an itemized list, because that'll make it a little easier for me to see if Anna's high maintenance, low maintenance, no maintenance. So like, what are you talking? Are you doing the co-pays for the Thorazine? Like, does she have prescription drug coverage? What? Talk to me, Reg.
And I can't pawn nothing because I don't have nothing else to pawn. But
are you kidding me? What about that damn circular table saw? Come on. I think back there in that van, you probably have like a belt sander or something.
the comic books
Grandma's
and
sterling silver.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know either.
I was trying to.
Do you know who he reminds me of? Richard Jewell. Remember that poor guy that got railroaded into when the Olympics were in Atlanta and they thought he was the Olympic bomber? You tell me Rich does not look like Richard and Richard Jewell. Oh my God, Richard. Were you ever known by another name in the last few decades?
Trying to get the money today from a friend, but he said,
well, what are you willing to do for it? Because, I'm not going to help. Well, somebody might be willing to help you. What are you willing to do? Are you just looking for a handout or a hand up? What? Spell it out for me.
that he would give it to me, but he has to pay his bills.
Oh, well, maybe you need to get your friends.
I can't receive no calls. I can't call nobody.
God,
I
you
can't
need to
even
share that.
watch videos or nothing on my phone.
Oh my God, what's this world coming to?
It is shut down.
Shut down.
And I can actually show y'all. I can actually call.
Wait, you just
And
said
I could actually, if I was somewhere around a phone, I could call and I could show you.
Rich, I'm confused. If you don't have a phone and it gets shot down, like by fighter jets, what? How did shot down? Interesting choice of words. I'm not understanding how is he doing this if he does not have a phone with internet? Like, I don't get this.
You call my phone number and it says it's suspended for right now. So
Have you been calling it? No.
I'm just asking, it's up to y'all guys if y'all want to throw me $120.
Well, my God, why wouldn't they want to throw you $120? You're sexy as all hell. You're quite well spoken, and my God, you are fascinating. I mean, I told you I'd pay your phone bill. You just have to agree to keep giving me content. Rich, we could work out. I mean, this could be a plus for both of us. Would you consider being a guest on a live stream? I mean, I can't just pay your phone bill for, what do they call that situation? It'll come to me. It's a French word. I'm sure Rich knows.
I don't like begging for money. I don't like begging for people to help me. You
just named me Snort, Rich.
But if anybody wants to help me, send me a little money to my PayPal at Rich Life of Road Trips 910 at PayPal.
Okay.
At Rich Life of Road Trips 910 at gmail.com. But
I just have one question. If I send you a penny, are you going to lose your shit? Is 2 pennies okay? Because listen, pennies make dollars. Dollars make phone bills if you get 120 of them.
I'm busted, guys. I should have never tried to help Anna.
That bitch's fault.
I really didn't know that I was going to be in all this trouble with her.
I'm still waiting on that itemized list, Rich. What did you do to help her? I'm sure she must have done something to help you.
And I got a lot of people calling, a lot of people texting, trying to get in contact with me.
Wait a minute. I mean, I'm not a rocket scientist here, but has he not just spent 4 minutes talking about how his phone doesn't work, it gets shot down? But now he says he's got a lot of people. First he said call, texting. Richard, are you telling a fib? You're not lying to us, are you?
I had a couple of my friends went on Facebook and they said that there were some people trying to find out where she's at, and I don't know where she's at. Last time I seen her was Sunday night, and I dropped her out at that station.
Wait a minute, Richard. You guys, I've been over in the other window the whole time. I just popped over to the chat. Oh my God, Zoot. Zoot wants to know if, Richard, were you by any chance, did you ever date Ziggy? Oh my God. Oh boy. Wow. Richard. There was something I wanted to ask him. And now I forgot. Shit. What the hell did I want to ask?
So, I just got a shower. Clean my clothes.
Where?
I really.
Richard, are you at the Flying J? I bet you are. Or Pilot, maybe. Did you run in? Richard, Are you at the Pilot? Because Betty buys all her accessories at the Pilot gift shop. Maybe Betty could help you out. It's just a thought. Because that's what Richard, that's what Betty's whole purpose in life is. It's to help people. It's to bring awareness. She likes to advocate for people. Hold on.
Love the girl. I wouldn't have never helped her if I didn't care about her.
Uh-huh. I'm still
But
waiting to
I
find
really
out how
didn't
to
know
help her.
she was that batshit crazy. You know,
Well, Rich,
I really did not know she was that.
Now, Rich, listen. You and listen, Rich. Your picker is malfunctioning. I don't think you have a good picker because Rich, I haven't even formally met her. I mean, I saw her for, let's say, 32 seconds in one of your videos, and I was quite keyed into the fact that she is batshit crazy. I mean, first of all, she's with you, so that would indicate maybe her picker doesn't work so well either. So, Richard, we're going to need to work on this, okay? But I can't give you all my valuable advice for free. I will, however, consider trading it. You know, your phone bill. I'll pay your phone bill, and you are gonna. Well, maybe, Rich. Maybe I could come up with like places that I want you to go, and you could go. I mean, I'll throw you a little gas money too, and then you give me fantastic content.
Ow.
That could be.
I did not know she was that crazy.
Why not? I did, and I didn't even know her. Richard, what? Richard. Is he wearing a lanyard? Oh, Richard, you are Betty's tribe. Oh my God, Rich has a lanyard. Rich, have you replaced Anna yet? If not, I have someone I want you to meet. She is also a fan of a lanyard. Woo! I could play Cupid. Y'all can fight over who's going to wear what lanyard. Betty likes all the lanyards. And Rich. Oh, look at you in your sexy glasses. Woo, those are better looking than Betty's. Well, no, Betty got new ones, so she doesn't really look like Mrs. Claus anymore. Rich, I think you should seriously consider this. Listen, Anna's a mess. Well, Betty's a mess too, but Betty has lanyards. And if you really want to seal the deal, well, if you happen to have some of those little rubber bracelets with some dead person's name on them, ooh, I don't know. He's given me there's some kind of vibe he's given me there. I'm not sure what it is. There's some celebrity, Dom DeLuise, maybe. There's some celebrity.
I'm sorry, everybody. You know, life is what you make it.
True that, Richard.
Life is what you make it. And
you're like a little philosopher. You're like a mobile philosopher.
Yeah, well, okay.
Oh my God.
I really don't feel that good.
Rich, let me tell you something. I still need somebody to tell me how he is on the internet and live streaming when he doesn't have a phone. I don't understand. How do you do this?
Yeah.
Rich, you're going to have to up your thinking game just a little bit. We got to keep this moving. We got lives to live, Rich. Come on. And we don't all live in our van. Rich, what are you doing? Are you rewiring something? Betty likes to do that too. I'm telling you, you guys would be perfect together. She can teach you how to, up your e-begging game. And she could rewire your friggin' wiring harness. And
Well,
and
it's what it is, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just human. I can pay the bill. They told me if I didn't pay it, that I could pay it at the end of the month. So it really don't matter whenever I get the money, but I won't have a phone until then.
But he's got a phone now. Oh, God. Oh, Rich.
Like I said, I'm using a friend's Wi-Fi right now.
Oh, okay. That explains it.
I'm using a friend's Wi-Fi.
Okay. So you're sure you're not telling us a story? You're not. Wait a minute, Rich. Hold on now. I just don't take this the wrong way. But I just need to make sure because there's some parts of your story that don't make sense here. So please don't get offended because I would ask this of anyone who says they don't have a phone, but then is live streaming from the phone that they have that doesn't work. Just promise me, Rich, if I pay this phone bill for you, I need you to promise me that you are going to pay the bill. Do I need to send the money directly to Jitterbug or whoever you get your phone from? Now, I just want to make sure that you are not. Can I send it to you in coins? Like, would that work? No, not Bitcoin, like actual coin. Like if I bring a bag of 87,000 pennies, will you take those? And if you're really nice, I might go to the bank and get some of those paper wrappers because it looks like you got a lot of time on your hands while you're sitting in your van. You could wrap pennies. But all I really need you to tell me is that you're not going to take my $120 and go rent, how many lot lizards can you get for $120? 6 or 7? My God, you could have this could be a van life party. I'm not going to be financing anything like that, am I? Okay. If I find out that you misappropriate my funds, no, don't listen to Betty. No, do not listen to her. Listen to me. Because if I'm going to be paying your phone bill, it damn sure better go to your phone bill. Okay. Long as you give me your word.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I fucked up my life. Yeah, I'm sorry I fucked my life up.
Savage, is that you? Damn. Well, this took a turn. Rich, I don't think you should take that kind of abuse from people. Just because you're begging for $120 to pay your damn phone bill, that doesn't mean that that people have the right to tell you you're a damn loser. You don't need to take that.
Let me get this straight. She never lunged at me with a knife.
Oh, so this is the girl I met. Oh, Rich. Yeah, your picker is broken. That's for sure. We're going to have to work on this.
She never tried to stab me with scissors. She had scissors at my house, and the sheriff department told her to throw them down.
No.
She didn't fist.
Yeah, they really frown on sharp metal things when they get called out to a domestic situation, which I'm assuming it was.
They come at me.
Yeah.
But she did try to bust my windows out, and she did try.
With the scissors? Or did she? Oh, Richard, this is not a good situation for you, okay? This is no. You've got to do better, Rich.
To beat me up.
No, not acceptable. I guess.
And that.
Well, Rich, oh God, I'm thinking I might need to. I'm thinking you and Betty might not be a good mix. She's got a history of that kind of thing, and I think you're already traumatized. Yeah, that could be like I don't know. Let me think on this. Don't call her yet, okay? I'll just put a pin in that for the moment.
At the beach, she did grab me around my neck, and I
Oh,
barely could put
that
my
does it,
foot
that
on the
does it.
gas, on the brake.
All right, that does it, Rich. I'm sorry. We got to take Betty off the table because, my God, are you sure we're not talking about Betty? Is that like her stage name or does she have a? I'm just kidding, Betty. Oh, Rich, goodness. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you'd already had a woman attempt to strangle you. I never would have suggested Betty if I'd known. God, Rich, I'm sorry. Don't worry. I'll come up with somebody else. Keep
To come to a complete stop in the Walmart's parking lot and almost run right into some medias and some trees.
Wait a minute. Rich.
So,
Rich, wait. Rich! Damn it all.
that was like 2 weeks.
Rich, all this took place in the Walmart parking lot? And here I thought you were at the damn Pilot gas station. Oh, hell's bells. Rich, what have I told you about hanging out in the Walmart parking lot? Nothing good happens in the Walmart parking lot. Okay? I don't care that they give you free whatever. No, stay out of the damn Walmart parking lot, Rich.
Weeks ago. That money's been gone. Good God. I did that video to clear off them videos off of my phone.
What?
That was like 2 weeks ago when I won that money.
Rich, you're gonna need, listen, you're gonna need to take this down a notch or two, okay? Listen, sir, you are out here begging for money to pay your phone bill. You can't be yelling at people, getting up in your feels, getting an attitude problem. I mean, come on. What are you bringing to the table exactly? It's bad enough we got to pay your bills. You can't be yelling at us how we do it.
That money's been gone.
Well, on what? What did you buy? Did you buy those beautiful rings you're wearing? Because I see you. Have you tried to pawn those before you come to us with your hand out? I mean, I don't know. I'm still waiting for the itemized list. What did you spend that money on? Machetes, Thorazine, blowjobs. Oh, Rich.
Yeah, that money has been gone.
Gone. You've been gone so long.
But it's cool. If nobody wants to throw me a little money, I'm not gonna worry about it.
No, I don't think
I'm not gonna worry about it
at all. Hell no. Don't you let that worry you up, Richard. Rich, I don't feel like I can end this until I hear you say it's worrying me up. So please don't let me down. I mean, we've got 50 some odd minutes to go. We'll never make it. Just come on. I know you want to say it, so hurry up and say it.
And then when they suspend this phone line permanently,
I just thought of his new date. Prayer Garden of America. That's her. Oh, look at that. Prayer Garden of America. Yes, PG. Yes, he talks just like you. I don't know if he's a religious man, for God's sake. You can convert him. Yes, he speaks the same kind of English that you do. Poorly. Yes, he does love YouTube. Yes. I mean, he's not the greatest looking guy in the world, but he's not the worst. My God, listen, beggars can't be choosers. I think you two would be perfect together. Just just think about it for a minute. Don't dismiss it out of pocket.
Take this fucking phone to the kiosk at Walmart's, and I'll get me $450 for iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Now, wait a minute. Rich, what are you working with now? A jitterbug? I think you got a jitterbug flip phone. Rich is rolling old school. He's got a push. You know how it used to be back in the old day? You'd have 3 letters per number, and you'd have to push the button maybe 3 times just to get one letter. So, Rich, we went from you need $120 for your phone bill. Now you're screaming at me and demanding $450 to go to a kiosk and get an iPhone. Sir, what kind of iPhone are you getting for $450? You better triple that. And by God, I don't know.
And I'll just let it fuck my credit up. Because I don't.
Well, Rich, wait a minute now. I think your credit's probably been fucked up. Didn't you say your credit cards are maxed out? I mean, Rich, you're living in your van. I don't think you've got... Take Equifax off your list of worries. That's... No. I mean, unless you're planning on buying a house sometime soon, which I don't think you are. Hell, Rich, come on.
Don't give a fuck right now.
Wow! Woo! Rich!
And nobody will see me on YouTube doing any videos on the roads.
Rich, you need to take it down a notch, okay? You can't be screaming at us and demanding and cussing at us. I mean, didn't you ever learn more flies with, or more coin with honey than vinegar? I see we're going to need to work on your people skills. See, this is why I thought you'd be perfect with Betty. But now I think Prayer Garden is the ticket. Yes, you could be like a dream couple. She could teach.
Nobody will see me out in public doing any videos. And I'll just buy me a piece of shit straight talk phone to do whatever.
Is that like a jitterbug? I'm not familiar with straight talk. I think it's like a jitterbug. What was that?
So it's cool. Don't nobody have to donate nothing. I surrender. I was wrong. I was even wrong for trying to help her.
Rich, you definitely have a flair for the dramatic, my friend. And it would be a damn shame to see you come out of the YouTube talent pool. Oh, Rich.
I'm just not going to help no more homeless people.
Rich, I think you are a homeless people. Although no, you have a mobile house, also known as a van. Yeah, Rich, charity begins at home, okay? I think you've got to, let's work on getting your phone bill paid by you before you go saving the world, okay? Let's get you on solid footing and then worry about homeless prostitutes.
Everybody wants to make me the villain, wants to make me the criminal. Well, be it. I won't help nobody else.
Please.
Is that what y'all want?
Yes.
I'm a good fucking man. I'm a fucking good person. And I give stuff away all the time. So it is just what it is. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a rat's ass.
Oh, Rich, God, you're kind of sexy when you get mad. Oh, Rich. Oh, goodness.
So whatever. I'll just wait till I get my money at the end of the month and I'll pay my bills.
What bills? What bills do you have, Rich? Gas and phone? I mean, my God, come on, Rich. He's got to mean a disability check, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. That's cool with me.
Yeah. Rock on. Oh God, what the hell is he doing? I don't like that, Rich. I don't like that movement I'm seeing. That kind of scares me. Oh, he was just cleaning his glasses. Oh, what happened?
I'm a nasty person and I'm banned you butterfly kisses. Well, fuck you, bitch. Get the fuck off my channel.
Rich, how could you get so mad at somebody with the name Butterfly Kisses? My goodness. I don't think you're a nasty person. Oh God, Rich. Rich. Oh, Rich, come on, bring it home.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Something tells me you're not.
Anybody
really
that
doing that.
don't want to be friends with me and be nice, cool, go.
Anybody that don't want to be nice and friends with Rich, please return your blanket and your pillow to your cubby holes. Nap time is over, kids. That's what he reminds me of. Anybody who didn't want to be friends with me. Rich, can we be friends if we're broke? Like, if we don't have any money to give you, can we still be friends? Like, what kind of friends are we? We're not friends with benefits, are we? No, we can't be that kind of friends.
Go.
No.
Fine. Oh, I'm a foolish person. Okay. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. I'm a good fucking goddamn man.
Okay.
Help that girl. I got her off the streets from getting beat the fuck up and being fucking messed with people. I already see that I'm just going to have to sign off. You know.
Hold on. Hold that thought.
I already see
12 minutes and 34 seconds in, and he's going to go for an hour. So I think he's lying to us.
I just have to sign off. It don't matter.
Come on, you know you don't have anything else to do. What else are you going to do, Rich? You got your borrowed Wi-Fi. Your house. It looks very comfy.
I'm not with her.
I can't figure out.
She's in South Carolina or Florida or some goddamn where. Do you see her in my van? Do you see her in my fucking van?
She could be underneath the. What is the thing? I can't.
I am by myself.
Yeah, sir. That is not at all surprising. What I need? Can somebody tell me what is this? This is what I keep seeing, and I cannot figure out what it is. Is that like a bug light or something? What the hell is that? It looks like a fluorescent tube, like what would go in in your garage, those long like tube bulbs. Oh God, I just can't. This guy is hilarious. Oh, he went dark. Oh, he's back.
She is gone.
Gone.
You see her in my van? You see her right there? I am not with her goddamn ass.
I'm waiting for like. Never mind.
Seriously. Anybody comes.
Richard, don't lose hope, okay? The next love of your life is just one truck stop away, okay? And it probably won't cost $120. In fact, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, $5, something like that. I don't know. That's one thing I don't know the market value of.
They're here with a negative comment and banning your goddamn ass out of my room. I'm not playing.
Richard, you got banned out of your own room long time ago. What the hell are you talking about? Your room? That's your car. You got to get out of this mindset. That is your car. Are you talking about your room on your YouTube room? Well, much like your mom's room, you're getting thrown out. You've been thrown out. You're in your mobile studio.
I'm not playing.
I'm not either. I am playing. I am not playing. I've been playing with these.
Okay, you gone.
Playing.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Rich, could you just step back from the camera just a skosh, please? That's a little too close.
I'm not gonna get nothing from PayPal. I'm not gonna get nothing from YouTube. I'm not even.
Not with that attitude, sir. You are not. Although I don't know, it works for Betty. Yeah, Rich, we need to work up. I've been spending too much time around the poorly spoken. We need to work on your gratitude skills, okay? Your people skills leave a lot to be desired, Rich. You can't just go having these meltdowns because someone leaves you a comment you don't like. This is the natural consequence of begging for money, okay? If it hurts too much, well, I don't know, you could always go get a job. Until then, suck it up, Rich. Quit being such a baby. Put your big boy pants, put your big boy underoos on, and deal with it.
I'm gonna get enough money to pay my fucking my phone bill.
See, Rich, this is the problem. Your attitude sucks. Okay, your attitude is shit. And until you turn that frown upside down, you're going to be stuck in your mobile studio, living in your mobile studio, begging for money from the internet, picking up, dates at the Flying J. Nope, back to the glasses. I swear it looks like he's got a ring light on his damn dash. He probably does.
Say whatever you want to say, Colleen. Say whatever you want to say. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say.
Hurry up. That's what I want to say. Get to the point.
Hate on me. Wish bad things on me. I don't care.
Wish upon a star tonight.
Seriously. Do what you want to do. I don't care, people, anymore. I really don't. I don't care what you do. Fine.
Au contraire, mon frère. I think you very much care.
I won't ask nobody for no more help.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't, Rich. Independence is, yeah. A job is really not overrated. Work shall set you free. Oh, God. Oh, you know where that came from? Oh. How weird is that? That I just said that? Do you know? Oh, God. If you know, you know. Oh, Val, I loved him. I swear I'll pay his damn phone bill. Okay, kids. Well, we're almost 3 hours and my dog is back for the second warning shot, like Mom. Rich, honey, this is what I want you to do. I want you to just take a deep breath. I want you to, hold on, Rich. Namaste, bitches. Rich, you need a Tibetan song bowl. And I'm going to work on I really thought that you and Betty would be good together, but as soon as you mentioned the this, I was like, oh God, no, I can't do that to him. He's already been traumatized. So, let me put my thinking cap back on. Right now, I'm thinking Prayer Garden of America might be, yeah, I'm kind of writing that resume in my head right now. Hold on, I'm coming. Now the dog is like in the living room looking at me doing that. He does that whining where they don't actually open their mouth. They just do it like from the back of the throat. Very annoying. He's like, last warning, then you better get your mop out. All right, kids. We are going to play more of Richard the next time I come back because I think that is hilarious. Wise Angel thinks he looks like he ran into the bottom of the song bowl. They do make those song bowls. Some of them are like salad bowl size. They're quite expensive though, so I don't think that we're going to get him one of those. Although he could eat cereal out of it in his mobile studio. All right, kids. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. I hope that y'all enjoy the rest of your holiday. Since I didn't play the intro at the intro, I will definitely play the exit. And what's today? Today is Sunday. That feels like Monday. No, today's Monday. Oh God, you guys. It'll be Friday until I figure out what day it is. I don't know. I might be here tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens between now and tomorrow afternoon. All right, everybody. Be safe. Whatever you do, have fun. Enjoy your friends and family, and be safe.
Father, you should know I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go. Lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time it's real, real, real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I do what I want. Hear me now, I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out. Whenever you see me, don't be wasting my time. Watch me go. Lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. 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 Hear me now. Watch me go. Lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat? Father, you should know I've been going solo.
Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive.